Welcome. Oh, please find a comfortable seat. Close your eyes and breathe. We're going to begin by taking a few moments to explore the elements of our actual direct experience. What's in your direct experience this very moment? First, just noticing the sounds around you. Sounds at a distance, or closer sounds. Just following one sound to the next. If you're wearing earphones, that subtle white noise in the background, the sound of my voice. Just bring your full attention to the sense of hearing. Slow down. Observe. There's hearing, the direct experience of the sense of hearing. And then there are thoughts about the sounds you hear, labels, a car engine, a voice speaking. Perhaps there's a secondary comment, a judgment, an emotion luring you into reaction, an annoying horn, that soothing voice. Just letting go of all effort and just noticing how your experience is created. Please open your eyes now. Look around. Look around. Just observe what you see. You bring your attention to the sense of sight. So notice what's around you. Notice the shapes, the colors, the patterns. There are thoughts about them. Chair, water bottle, the white pillow, the vase my mom gave me. Notice the undeniability, the certainty of their existence. Can you deny all these things around you? Can you deny they exist? The objects comprised of colors, shapes, the thoughts, the labels, the stories about them. Is everything just here, now? If you haven't already done so, please close your eyes again. And take a few moments to explore the senses of taste, of smell, in the same way. Slow down and just observe what's in your direct experience. Maybe a lingering smell, a taste in the mouth. And then again, notice how each sensory perception is translated, described by the mind, described by the mental apparatus. It's always the same process. A sensation, a story about it, and maybe a preference, a memory, an emotionally charged thought, good, bad. Just notice how all this is happening on its own. You're not doing anything to make it happen, are you? And notice also, by the time you become aware of whatever comes up, it's already here, has already been accepted into experience, as experience. Now turning your attention to the mental apparatus itself, to the mind, what we label mind. Images, thoughts, emotions, moods. Observe how these elements tend to feed on each other. Observe your tendency to identify with some, to push others away. Creating that dynamics. But now you're just here, simply observing that inner flux coming and going. Please turn your attention now to the sensations we call body. You know the drill. Slow down. Observe how the process is the same here as well. The sensation will come up. An itch. I feel my leg. It's immediately labeled, right? Head, eyes, ears. Each fuzzy, tingling sensation gets a name and then a story attached to it. Torso, legs, feet. Just notice how the thought forms an idea based on the raw experience and then turns that sensation into an object with a size, color, shape, and edge. And once again, notice that whatever appears as body, as touch, the sense of touch, appears as it is, just as it is. And become aware of the inner processes of the body as well. You know, the heart beating, the body temperature is being kept constant, digestion, circulation, even breathing. Is a controller needed for any of these processes to occur? Or are they just happening on their own, intelligently, as they are in this very moment? Can anything be different than it is right now? Not what should have been, not what I will do to change, but can anything be different than what it is exactly right here, right now? And is there a time when it's not right now? Beautiful. Open your eyes, please. And let's just start blinking the eyes as quickly as possible. We're going to be doing this about 50 times. Keep going. Blinking the eyes. Okay, now squeeze the eyes shut. Tightly close the eyes for about 10 seconds or so. Just tightly close them. Slowly release the contraction. Again, close the eyes tightly. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Slowly letting go of the contraction. Open the eyes. Once again, please start blinking as quickly as possible. Keep going. All right, relax, eyes open. Let's take a nice breath in and look up. Breathe out and look down. Just moving the eyes if possible. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. One more time. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, bring the eyes to the center. Exhale now, look to the left. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, look to the left. Beautiful. Bringing the eyes to the center. Let's do some circles now. Clockwise first, maybe. As we breathe in, eyes go up and around. As we breathe out, down and around. Inhale, up and around. Down and around. One more. Breathe in, up and around. Down and around. Changing direction now, counterclockwise. Inhale, maybe down and around. Exhale, up and around. Inhale, down and around. Exhale, up and around. One more. Inhale, down and around. Exhale, up and around. Beautiful. Relax, let go. Let's start rubbing the palms to create a little bit of heat. And then when you're ready, let's just place them over the eyes. And relax the eye muscles. Nice. Release the hands, eyes closed, and just notice how you feel. Wonderful. Gently open the eyes. I'm going to ask you to extend your right arm with your fist closed and your thumb pointing up. Thumbnail facing you. All right, we're going to be here for a little while, so if you need support, you can maybe place that left arm under the right, or even bend the knee. If you want to bend the knee and use the knee to support the arm, that's okay too. And of course, feel free to do this exercise with the left arm if you wish. If possible, avoiding blinking during the exercise. I'm going to ask you now to find an object in front of you, about 3 feet away or so, at eye level. This is going to be your focal point. So place your thumbnail within the line of vision between the eyes and your focal point. You can use anything as a focal point, a doorknob, a rock, a lamp, an imperfection on the wall, anything. Now please focus on your thumbnail. Just focus your sight on your thumbnail. Always breathing. Keep breathing. Now shift your attention to the focal point, to that object in front of you. Shift back to your thumbnail. Keep breathing. Shift your attention back to the focal point. Last time. Relax your gaze, relax the arms, relax the legs, maybe crossing them if they're not already crossed. Close the eyes and notice how you feel. Okay, if you need to adjust your position a little bit, we're still seated. Maybe spine straight, hands on the thighs or on the knees, or another position that makes you comfortable. Important here to have an effortless body posture. So in the stillness of the body, bring awareness to that subtle current of the breath. And you'll notice that when we bring attention to the breath, it automatically starts deepening. Maybe the breath goes all the way to the belly. The belly rises as you breathe in, and it contracts back towards the spine as you breathe out. And noticing how the breath just starts balancing itself on its own, becoming unbroken, quiet, smooth. And you can just let go into the flow. with awareness in the flow of the breath. And now please visualize your spinal cord from the tailbone all the way to the base of the neck. Just visualize it. And at the tailbone, at the base of the spine, imagine a flower bud. Any flower. Visualize its color. Feel the texture. The next time you breathe in now, the breath is going to rise along the spine, along with the flower. And you notice how the bud starts opening up, petal by petal, as it moves up the spine towards the space between the eyebrows. At the third eye, the flower is just fully bloomed. And when you breathe out, it starts coming down and closing again, till it's a bud at the base of the spine. Inhale, the flower moves up along the spine, opening up petal by petal, fully bloomed at the third eye. Exhale, it starts coming down, closing, petal by petal by petal. Returns to a bud. Please continue for a few more breaths this way. Breathing in, the breath rising along the spine with that flower opening. And breathing out, bringing the breath down, flower returns slowly to a bud. Just taking your time. Inhaling, exhaling. Notice how the mind is merging with the breath as you breathe in and out. And you can gently release the visualization, relax the breath, and allow the attention to gently come to the center of the forehead. And breathing gently, smoothly, I'm going to ask you to take approximately 3 breaths while focusing on right in the middle of the forehead. A quiet, centered breath. Here we're letting go of that anatomical dimension of breathing, just noticing the subtle pulsation of the breath at the center of the forehead. And then the attention comes down to the eyebrow center, the space between the eyebrows. We take 1 full breath here. Effortless, relaxed breath. And we're ready to move down along the body. 1 full breath for each body part. So become aware of your eyes, please. Breathe in and breathe out. The nostrils, 1 breath. The throat. With each breath, you're aware of that life force emerging from the body part and sinking back into it. The shoulders. The upper arms. Inhale. Exhale. The elbows. Just 1 breath. 1 full breath. The wrists. As if breathing in and out through the wrists. 1 breath while focusing on the palm of your hands. And bring in awareness now to the fingertips. Here we're going to take 2 breaths. 2 breaths with a gentle attention on the fingertips. Back to 1 breath at the palms of the hands. The wrists. Breathe in. Breathe out. Elbows. The life force emerging from the upper arms and sinking back in. shoulders, throat. Inhale, exhale. We're going down now towards the middle of the chest. One full breath here. The solar plexus, the area between the chest and the belly. One breath at the navel center. And the pelvis. Awareness comes to the base of the spine. 2 smooth, continuous breaths here at the perineum, base of the spine. One breath at the pelvis, making our way back. The navel center. Breathing in and out with subtle attention on the solar plexus. The middle of the chest. The throat. Inhale, exhale. The nostrils. The eyes. Breathing in, breathing out, gently focusing in the middle of the eyebrows. And then on the point a little bit above that, the center of the forehead. Become aware of the top of your head now. Here we're going to take 3 breaths. 3 smooth, continuous breaths. 3 breaths at the crown of the head. On your next breath in, you feel that life force gathering in the region of the crown. As you exhale, sense the flow of breath. It's going to come down from the top of the head all the way to the base of the spine. Inhale, we sense that flow making its way back from the base of the spine to the top of the head. And exhale back down. About 5 breaths here. Inhale from the base of the spine, along the pelvis, the navel, the solar plexus, chest, throat, nostrils, eyebrow center, all the way to the top of the head. And exhale down. Please breathe in one more time to the top of the head. And as you exhale very slowly this time, the air, the mind flows down along the forehead, the eyebrow center, the nostrils, and out into a space about 1 foot in front of you. It just dissipates. Relax the breath. And please open your eyes. Once again, let's start rubbing the hands. Awakening a little bit of the fire element, creating a bit of warmth here. Relax the hands. Now we're stroking hands on all sides as if you were washing the hands. So just as we did with the eyes, we're going to be releasing tensions here, impurities from the hands and the wrists with a few practices, right? So we make the palms face forward. We take a nice breath in to extend the fingers. And on the breath out, close. Inhale, extend. Exhale, close. Inhale, extend. Exhale, close. Inhale, extend. And exhale, relax. Now let's remove residual energy from the fingers. So we're going to be pulling gently on each finger. Getting that residual energy outside. Very good. Yes. One finger at a time, both hands. All right. When we're done with that, we're doing the wrist now. So let's breathe in and bring the palms forward. Exhale, palms down. 3 times. Focus on the wrists. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Now let's come up once again. Bring the thumbs to the palms. And then close, make a fist. And then we can start rotating the fists. Either direction, doesn't matter. We're going to be doing both directions a few times. Keep breathing. Change direction. Release. Rubbing the hands a few moments. And let's just shake them up a little bit. All right. Getting the hands ready for the mudras now, right? For the hand postures. So we're just going to allow now the hands to rest on the knees. The palms will face up, okay? Spine upright. Relax the arms. Soften the shoulders. Our first mudra is going to be prana mudra. So what we're going to do here is take the thumb, ring finger, and the pinky finger and join the pads of these fingers, while the index finger and the middle finger will extend. Both hands. Turn the palms up and then just allow them to rest on your legs, on your thighs there. Close the eyes and focus on the inhalation for a few breaths. Just focus on the inhalation. Keep breathing, focusing on the inhalation. Open your eyes, release the mudra. Second mudra now is Samana mudra. So very, very simple. We join all the finger pads. Yes. Again, palms up, resting the hands down. For the next few breaths now, I'm going to ask you to focus on the transition between the inhalation and the exhalation. The moment the inhalation becomes the exhalation. Keep going. It's important to say here that we're touching the finger pad and not the tips. And for the fingers that we have that are loose, we want to stretch them out and not relax them. This is mudra therapy. Release the mudra. The next one will be Vyana mudra. So thumb, index finger, middle finger together. Ring finger, pinky finger, extend. Yes. Extending those fingers. Once again, palms up, bring them towards the thighs. And for the next few breaths, we're going to focus on that beginning of the inhalation. Release the mudra. Keep breathing. Udana mudra is next now, so we touch all finger pads except for the pinky finger. Palms up, relax the hand. And the focus now is in a whole extension of the exhalation. Udana mudra. All pads join except for the pinky finger. Pinky finger extends. Release the mudra. Last one. The last one is Apana mudra. So we're going to take the thumb, the middle finger, and the ring finger to join. Index finger and pinky finger extend. Turn the palms up and relax. And here we're focusing on the end point of the exhalation. You don't worry too much about making this a mental thing. So whatever the instructions, just set the intention. The body knows. Allow the body to do what it needs to do. Release the mudra. Breathe. Relax the hands. Relax the fingers. Close the eyes. Open the eyes once again. And just as we did, let's start shaking the hands. Getting any residual tensions out of those hands there. And the wrists. Okay, relaxing. Let's take a deep breath in together. Fill it up. Exhale with a soothing sigh. Ah. And just allow the eyes to close back down. Start developing awareness of the room that you're in now. Visualizing the four walls, ceiling, the floor. See your body is comfortably seated, wherever it is that you're seated, on the floor, the mat, the chair. Awareness of your body in that position. Feeling the weight of your body against that surface, providing support against the ground. Becoming aware of the space around the body. This is what's happening for you. You're simply present in this very moment. And then the attention comes to the breath. It's awareness of the flow of the breath. Allowing the attention to merge with the flow of the breath. While you sense the pathway of the breath, the sensation of the tip of the nose, the back of the throat, maybe the belly or the chest rising, shrinking. Just observing. And we're coming deeper and deeper into the moment. You start becoming aware of the subtleness. That's a subtle internal sound that the breath makes. It's a natural sound that lives in the breath. So, as the breath comes in, and hum as the breath goes out. Just listen. So, as the breath comes in, hum as the breath goes out. Maybe at some point thoughts emerge and we'll start mimicking the flow with an inner chant of so on the inhale and hum on the exhale. Just let it happen. Allow it to happen. So maintaining that inner chant, maintaining the awareness of the breath. If you wish, you can adjust your position and come to your back. It's okay to open the eyes, but make sure we keep the internal, that inner rhythm going. Just take a few moments to find a comfortable shavasana, maybe. You can stay seated if you want, that's all right. If not, you're lying down, legs and arms extended alongside the body, or maybe with a variation that best suits you. Legs bent, or if you want to use props, bolster, cushion, blanket to cover yourself, eye pillow, whatever you need. Just allowing the body to gradually come to physical stillness. And in the stillness of the body, become aware one more time of the subtle current of the breath. Observing the breath just as it is. The breath deepening naturally as you bring awareness to it. Flowing like an even stream of equal length. Inhale, exhale, equal pressure. Inhale, exhale. And as you maintain that even flow of breath in and out, just gently allow the attention to rest in the area of the heart. And as you breathe deeper, more slowly, you allow the mind to enter the cave of the heart, and that cozy, warm darkness, the inner silence of the heart. Going deeper into the heart with each breath, with each inhalation, each exhalation. As you find your way into the cave of the heart more and more, please continue to follow my guidance as we're ready now to go on a journey of awareness to the body. So in this first moment, just becoming aware of the body parts, and I mentioned them, and then counting silently with me, without any effort, without any strain. So begin your attention, bring it to the space between the eyebrows, and just mentally count with me. 1. Become aware of the throat. Count to yourself. 2. Right shoulder. 3. Right elbow. 4. Right wrist. 5. The tip of the right thumb. 6. The tip of the index finger. 7. Middle finger. 8. Ring finger. 9. Pinky finger. 10. Back to the right wrist. 11. The elbow. 12. Right shoulder. 13. Awareness of the throat center, mentally counting. 14. Left shoulder. 15. Left elbow. 16. Left wrist. 17. The tip of the left thumb. 18. The tip of the index finger. 19. Middle finger. 20. Ring finger. 21. Pinky. 22. Back to the left wrist, silently counting. 23. The elbow. 24. Shoulder. 25. Awareness of the throat center. 26. Attention now comes to the middle of the chest. 27. The right side of the chest. 28. Back to the middle of the chest. 29. Left side of the chest. 30. Middle of the chest. 31. mentally counting. Navel center, 32. Pelvis, 33. Right hip, 34. Going down to the right knee, 35. Ankle, 36. Attention on the right big toe, 37. Second toe, 38. Third, 39. Fourth, 40. And fifth, 41. Back to the right ankle, silently counting, 42. Knee, 43. Right hip, 44. Pelvis, 45. Let's go to the left side now. Left hip, 46. Left knee, 47. Ankle, 48. Big toe of the left foot, 49. Second toe, 50. Third toe, 51. Fourth, 52. Fifth, 53. Left ankle, mentally counting, 54. Knee, 55. Left hip, 56. Pelvis, 57. Navel, 58. Middle of the chest, 59. Throat, 60. And back to the space between the eyebrows, 61. Relax your attention. Relax the count. Just continue to breathe freely, fully. Breathing as though your whole body is breathing, in and out. On your next breath in now, feel you're inhaling from the toes to the top of the head. And exhaling from the top of the head to the toes. We're going to do approximately 6 rounds of breath here. Inhaling from the toes up to the crown of the head. Exhale down the spine, the hips, the knees, the ankles to the toes. Like I said, don't worry about the exact number of breaths. Numbers I mention are just to give you an idea. No need to count. Just allow the mind and breath to merge and flow together. Inhale now as if the air is coming from the navel up to the top of your head. And exhale from the top of the head through the spine down to the navel. Just 3 rounds of breath here. Continue inhaling from the navel to the top of the head and exhaling from the top of the head to the navel. Next, we inhale from the heart center in the middle of the chest to the top of the head. And exhale from the top of the head down to the heart. 3 breaths here. Breathing in from the heart to the top of the head and breathing out from the top of the head to the middle of the chest. Breath is becoming lighter, subtler. You breathe in now from the throat, back to the crown of the head. And breathe out from the crown of the head to the throat. 3 times. Inhaling from the throat to the crown of the head. And exhaling from crown of the head to the throat. Just follow the sensations. Inhale now, a bridge between the nostrils to the top of the head. And exhale from the top of the head to the bridge between the nostrils. 3 rounds of breath here. Subtle breath. Breathing in from the bridge between the nostrils to the top of the head, and breathing out from the top of the head to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale now from the bridge to the space between the eyebrows. And exhale, eyebrow center, down back to the bridge between the nostrils. We will do about 6 rounds of breath here. Slow, steady breath. Inhaling from the bridge to the eyebrow center, and exhaling from the third eye back to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale now as if you were inhaling from the bridge between the nostrils to the top of the head. And exhaling from the top of the head down to the bridge between the nostrils 3 times here. We're making our way back. Inhaling from the bridge between the nostrils to the top of the head, and exhaling back to the bridge between the nostrils. Next, in-breath, throat to the crown of the head. Breathe out, crown of the head to the throat. Approximately 3 rounds of breath. Just following the rhythm of your breath. Inhale from the throat to crown of the head. Exhale, crown of the head to throat. Breathe in now from the heart center up to the top of the head. And exhale from the top of the head down to the heart center in the middle of the chest. 3 breaths as well. Just breathing in. Heart center, top of the head. Breathing out, top of the head to heart center. Inhale now from the navel to the top of the head. Exhale from the crown down to the navel. 3 breaths. Navel to the top of the head. Top of the head to the navel. And inhale now as if breathing from the toes to the top of the head. Breathe out from the top of the head down to the toes 6 times. Breathing in from the toes to the crown of the head. And exhale down the spine, the hips, the knees, the ankles, all the way to the toes. And now relax the attention. Relax the breath. Just let go into the present moment. Welcoming every experience that is here, now. And as you continue to make my words your words, feel the vibration of the syllables establishing themselves in each body part as they are chanted. You're going to start by please bringing your attention to the forehead. The forehead. Om Namaha. Awareness of the face. Om Namaha. The right eye. Om Namaha. The left eye. Om Yim Namaha. The right ear. Om Namaha. The left ear. Om Namaha. The right nostril. Om Rim Namaha. Awareness of the left nostril. Om Rim Namaha. The right cheek. Om Rim Namaha. The left cheek. Om Rim Namaha. The upper lip. Om Aim Namaha. Lower lip. Om Aim Namaha. Upper jaw. Om Namaha. Lower jaw. Om Namaha. Awareness of the crown of the head now. Om Namaha. In the mouth. Om Aham Namaha. Gently bring your awareness back to the breath. Smooth, silent breath, flowing in and flowing out. Become aware of the triangular region between the center of the eyebrows and the outer corners of the nose. So mentally start tracing the triangle from the space between the eyebrows, the outer corner of the left nostril, the outer corner of the right nostril, and back to the space between the eyebrows. Left nostril, right nostril, space between the eyebrows. Establishing an energy field delineated by the eyebrow center and the corners of the nose. And keep breathing. Now I'd like you to bring your attention to the midline of this triangle. And breathe in as you sense, visualize, imagine the air, the life force, ascending from the upper lip to the center of the eyebrows. And exhale as the breath moves back down from the eyebrow center to the upper lip. A very subtle, very sweet breath. Inhale, upper lip to third eye. Exhale, third eye to upper lip. Up and down, up and down. Along the midline of that triangle, delineated by the eyebrow center and the corners of the nose. The mind merges with the breath. Breathing in, upper lip to eyebrow center, and breathing out back to the lip. And as you gently withdraw attention from the breath, and start focusing your awareness on the brain. The brain as pure radiating sensation. The brain where all the senses originate. And we can start tracing the sensory pathway of the sense of smell back from the nose to its place of origin, which is the front region of the brain. So imagine, visualize, sense, and feel the sense of smell being withdrawn from the receptors in the nose back to its seat in the front area of the brain. We're going to be doing the same thing with the other senses. So following the sensory pathway of the sense of taste now, from the mouth to its origin in the middle of the brain. So imagining, feeling the sense of taste subsiding, relaxing, withdrawing from the receptors in the mouth to the middle of the brain. Following the sensory pathway now of the sense of sight, from the eyes to its source in the back of the brain. You're sensing, visualizing the sense of sight as it withdraws from the receptors in the eyes and rests all the way back in the back of the brain. Keep breathing. Tracing the sensory pathway now of the sense of touch, from the skin all the way to its source in the top mid-region of the brain. Notice how the sense of touch withdraws from the receptors on the skin, the inner organs, and comes to rest in the top mid-area of the brain. Following the sensory pathway now of the sense of hearing, from the ears to the sides of the brain. The sense of hearing relaxing, withdrawing from its receptors in the ears to the temporal regions of the brain. All senses withdrawn. All senses dissolved. Attention expands into the cave of the heart. The quietude, the absolute stillness, the cozy darkness. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just here, now, resting as awareness, as pure being. swaha. Tatsaviturvarenyam. Bhargo devasya dhimahi. Diyo yo na prachodayaya. Om Bhurbuva Swaha. Tatsaviturvarenyam. Bhargo devasya dhimahi. Diyo yo na prachodayaya. Om Bhurbuva Swaha. Tatsaviturvarenyam. Bhargo devasya dhimahi. Diyo yo na prachodayaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring in awareness to the darkness around you. We're getting ready to come out of the cave of the heart. You'll be slowly emerging to the waking state. Awareness of the area of the heart. Awareness of the heart center in the middle of the chest. And let's start moving up towards the throat. Subtle attention on the throat. Moving up towards the surface of awareness. Along the face, attention once again comes to the space between the eyebrows. And from here, it gently expands to the whole body. The senses start turning back on, acknowledging sounds around you, sensations in your direct experience, taking note of thoughts, images, emotions coming and going. Just welcoming the experiences with openness. Naturally start taking deeper breaths. Start filling your body with that life-giving energy. Each breath in, you're becoming more and more awake. Breathing in and out, breathing in and out. And maybe noticing how at some point the body will want to start moving physically. Every small wiggles at first, fingers, toes, or maybe the head moving from side to side. And finding your path, finding your way to the surface of awareness. Just allow those movements to increase on their own. To the arms, the legs, and trust the wisdom of your body. Maybe at some point bringing the knees to the chest, giving yourself a nice hug, or arms overhead for a full body stretch, whatever it is that you need. Maybe allowing the body to drop to one of the sides for a few moments in a fetal position, symbolizing your rebirth after this beautiful practice. Taking your time as you transition into the waking life. And then if you're lying down, eventually finding your way to a seated position. trying to keep the eyes closed. Spending a few moments here reflecting on your experience. What was your experience like? The elements that came up, the elements that were part of your experience, sensations, emotions, thoughts. And then just letting go of everything and notice how you feel overall, this very moment. Maybe a relaxation in the body, softness in the breath, or the mind a little quieter. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. Fill it up once again. Fill those lungs up. Open mouth, sign it out. Blinking the eyes open. It's been a true pleasure. Thanks for bringing your beautiful energy to practice tonight. Namaste.